the Indian government has extended a generous offer to the Philippines by providing at least 7 helicopters for the Philippine Coast Guard, PCG. This initiative is aimed at enhancing the PCG's capabilities in performing crucial rescue and humanitarian missions. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. explaining the value of India's offer, recognizing that it will significantly contribute to bolstering the Philippines' capacity for Coast Guard operations, particularly in search and rescue missions. The President made these statements during a courtesy call with His Excellency Shambhu Kumaran, the Indian Ambassador to the Philippines. Their discussions also revolved around strengthening the bilateral relations between the two nations. Ambassador Kumaran disclosed that discussions are already underway between the Indian government, the PCG, and the Department of Transportation, DOTr, regarding the procurement of 7 helicopters for the PCG. The Philippine Coast Guard operates under the umbrella of the DOTr. Kumaran underscored the suitability of the Indian helicopters, noting that they were originally designed for India's Navy and Coast Guard and are capable of supporting more robust security operations, in addition to having a greater capacity for carrying both personnel and cargo. He expressed optimism that this collaborative effort would be a highly positive development for the Philippines. It is worth noting that the helicopters in question are believed to be HAL Dhruv helicopters. These versatile utility helicopters, designed and developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, have been a crucial part of India's military and civil aviation landscape since their introduction in 2002. They are adaptable to various roles, including transport, utility, reconnaissance, and medical evacuation. The Philippine Coast Guard's interest in procuring these Dhruv helicopters is outlined in the HAL Annual Report for 2020-21, which mentions the possibility of acquiring 7 Dhruvs through Indian-based credit. These helicopters, with their proven performance, are expected to significantly enhance the PCG's operational capabilities. The continued partnership between India and the Philippines is emblematic of the nation's commitment to strengthening their bilateral relations and cooperation in areas such as maritime security and humanitarian efforts. This generous offer of helicopters from the Indian government is a testament to the enduring friendship between the two countries and their shared dedication to promoting regional safety and stability. As these discussions progress and the procurement plan advances, the Philippine Coast Guard is poised to receive a valuable addition to its fleet, reinforcing its ability to respond effectively to a wide range of maritime challenges and emergencies in the region. In a move aimed at strengthening bilateral relations and boosting the capabilities of the Philippine Coast Guard, PCG, the Indian government has offered at least 7 helicopters for use in the Philippines' rescue and humanitarian efforts during disasters. The deal is still under discussion between the two sides. This offer was discussed during a courtesy call between Philippines President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and Indian Ambassador to the Philippines Shambhu Kumaran last week. According to a Philippines press release, President Marcos emphasized the importance of building up countries' capacity or capabilities in terms of our Coast Guard, in terms of our, of course, the search and rescue, which is always the primary consideration. The Indian envoy, Shambhu Kumaran, highlighted the ongoing discussions between the Indian government, the PCG, and the Department of Transportation, DOTr, regarding the supply of 7 helicopters for the agency's maritime search and rescue operations and humanitarian services. The discussion is going on very well, Kumaran noted. The Coast Guard is very interested, they've flown the helicopter. I would request your consideration because that would be a very positive program. Kumaran further emphasized that the helicopters provided to the PCG are built for India's Navy and Coast Guard and can be used for more active security operations carrying more people and load. President Marcos said that he will discuss India's offer to the PCG with DOTr Secretary Jaime Bautista, highlighting the positive impact that such a program could have on capabilities, especially in search and rescue. This announcement comes when defense has become a key pillar of the relationship between the two countries. Notably, the Philippines was the first country to buy BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles from India. The countries are also planning to set up a maritime dialogue. The Indian government is offering the Philippines at least 7 helicopters that will be used for the rescue and humanitarian efforts of the Philippine Coast Guard, PCG, during disasters in the country, President of the Philippines said in an official statement on Sunday. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. said that India's offer to provide helicopters to the PCG will be a big help to the Philippine government's efforts to build up the country's capabilities in terms of rescue and humanitarian efforts. The PCG is an attached agency of the DOTr. The discussion is going on very well. The Coast Guard is very interested. They've flown the helicopter. I would request your consideration because that would be a very positive program. Kumaran told President Marcos. Kumaran said that the helicopters that will be provided to the PCG are built for India's Navy and Coast Guard and can be used for more active security operations that can carry more people and load. So, these 7 helicopters is really an optimal solution, given the changing requirements for the Philippine Coast Guard to play a more active role in its security, Kumaran added. President Marcos said that he will discuss India's offer to the PCG with DOTr Secretary Jaime Bautista, the official statement read.